today I decided to be an idiot and start working on a windsock, basically, for a GoPro. Now this is a Hero 7. That doesn't really matter to me. That's pretty useless information. You know why? It's because we're making one out of a sock, which means we don't need to look up any other garbage. We just make our own. Now, today I'll be showing you the ghettoest way of making a sock. I already got started. You can see we got a little dick hole right here. So we've already sewed together this nice piece right here. Call it my first YouTube tutorial. Why won't you? Okay, so let's actually continue while we're here. A lot of cutting is going to be done so that, and I don't mean this type of cutting, I mean YouTube editing is going to be done so you don't have to watch me sew through every last piece of this poor unsuspecting sock. Nevertheless, if you'd like to see the progress so far, I will show you. So here's our device, our apparatus. Let's grab the sock, as you do, and pull over this trash right here. Okay, grab over, just kind of fit it right on, like pretend it's your foot. So like I usually do business with socks. So there's this little leaflet part here. I don't know if you can see that. This little part here, this little flap, that was as a result of me cutting this part. So I just decided, I can just tuck that in there. Extra padding, I'll probably sew it down. But right now it is not sewed down, as you can tell. But here we are, and this part has already been sewn on. I'm a genius. So I'm not the best at sewing, but I do in fact, jeez, this dog. I'm not the best at sewing, but as you can see, I've made quite the connection here. Great camera angles. So here it is. That's what I've sewn on, and now I'm going to do this piece right here. So where's the center? About there. This is what I'm going to work on now. So it's time to take off the sock, and well, let's look at them toes. So what you do here is you fold over this little piece, okay, just like that. You just grab that and fold it inwards so you have a lot more extra padding. So I can't get a good grip of this. Just like with my life, I cannot get a grip on this sock. And we insert our thread. Now you could use a sewing machine. I'm not. I don't even know what a sewing machine is. Make sure to tighten up those sons of. We're making great progress. Okay, so let's tighten up that last thing there, and let's try out the sock again. Let's see what we have done. Okay, so now let's just really tighten this sucker on here. So that looks pretty bad, right? There you go. We have not finished. We need to do this corner right here, but I might even be able to do it right on the device. And as such, we will do that. Okay, maybe not the best of ideas. We're making great progress. Now remember, everyone, this works with any old, dirty, nasty, disgusting, ridden gym sock. It can be yours, it can be your dad's, your grandma's, that'd probably be the most optimal for extra must. But you can use your own. You can use your dog's. It doesn't really matter. The case is that you don't have to spend $10 on a sock or a sponge, as they call it, because we all know we're too poor to afford that. So, all right, and for my next trick, I will rip off the sock and continue on the bottom side. Basically, just do the same thing on the bottom, and then we'll maybe tighten up this flap on the side or completely get rid of it. We'll see. Now, you could just not be a cheapskate and go buy it, but to be honest, I feel quite rather outraged looking at that a piece of foam is around $10. That is beyond ridiculous. That is downright highway robbery, and I will not subdue to these what would you call them, corporate maniacs. Holy f***. Now, if when you're doing this you begin to question your existence, your sanity, maybe even your sexuality, as I am right at this moment, don't worry, this is all perfectly normal and part of the process. Alright, and the time yet again approaches where we shall try on the sock. Let's try it on this unsuspecting GoPro. So, throw this needle over here and just yank that thing right on, and look at that. Useless. No, it's not useless. We still got some work to do, I think. We still definitely have some work to do. But it's not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Biscuit time. As you can see here, this is a lot wider than this needs to be. This is the camera, this is how wide it is. What we can do here, possibly, my hypothesis is we can close this up, and look at that. It'll stretch closer. So let's try that. Now it just looks angry. Alright, so now that we have sewn on all sides, we can try on this sock. It's not done, but we shall see the work in progress. Oh my god, it looks terrible. Part of it is just fitting it on correctly, so there you go. Strange appearance to it, but nonetheless, it looks, let's just say, adequate. So now we're going to add a panel on this side. Close this off somehow. We might just fold it over like this, and that'll provide some extra padding. And when I say padding, I don't mean that I'm going to toss this off of my roof or something like that, but I suppose padding in the sense of noise reduction for when the wind gusts of Hurricane Dorian are just that intense. Something like that might work. We'll figure it out. But of course, when we need some material, we get it from the sock source. So, as I like to say to my hood rats, it's time to cut this up. As you can see here, this would be a good covering piece. Nice, decent sized piece. Covers that part of the microphone up. Because they decided a great design feature of the GoPro Hero 7 is going to be, let's just put the fucking mic everywhere. So that's exactly what they did, and there's just no. This is why we have to make a sock. So I guess it does matter which GoPro you're using. So yeah, let's put this on, but I feel like I'm going to do this part first, the top, so that we can just get over that. Now, having this flapping in the wind might cause a disturbance as opposed to what we are trying to fix, so yeah, I think it's a good idea to nail this down, and probably tight, but this might be difficult, I'm not gonna lie. I think what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to cut off the excess and just sew the two pieces together. This leaves us with far less work as opposed to the other way that we were going to do it. The comment about me becoming more Jewish as my videos progress is absolutely accurate. But you know what? Fuck off. I didn't have to spend $10. Like, listen, pal. I just spent $200 and something, $230, $234 on an i7 7700K. I do not want to spend more money at the current time. So judge me. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't you agree that this is probably one of the most hideous things, or one of the most beautiful things that you have ever seen in your entire life? Look at that. And look at that. It looks like Finn from Adventure Time. So I'd consider that a resounding success. Now, maybe in future episodes I'll add this, or I'll just add it, like, you know, once the camera stops rolling. Or maybe not. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. Point is, this is taking way too long. But this is how you make a windscreen for a GoPro if you do not want to spend $10 for a piece of foam. Right. So that's how you do it. Oh, not branded or not sponsored by Adidas, but there you go. We used an Adidas sock, and you can't even see the back screen. That's fine. Future episode. So see you next time. Peace.